Hey everyone, what's up? It's your boy iWin60 here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the SA87 light machine gun. I've picked up this thing for Warzone recently, and I've actually been doing pretty well with it. So I wanted to do a deep dive to see how it compares to the other LMGs in the game. For starters, it's the hardest hitting LMG in the game, doing 51 to the head, 48 to the body. But it also does shoot the slowest, so I had to do a comparison with every other LMG in the game and see what the time to kill is like. I'm going to show you guys a graph of all the LMGs. And as you can see, the only one that actually does have a faster time to kill is the MG34. It does have a slight edge over the MG34 at about 50 to 60 meters where it does kill faster. But that's not too big a deal. But I'm going to tell you guys why I would choose this thing over the MG34. And I can tell you guys, it's pretty much just the reload speed. I'm going to play a clip showing side by side the two guns reloading. And you can see the SA87 finishes reloading in about 3.03 seconds, while the MG34 takes more than twice as long at 8.5 seconds. And that is with the stock 50 round mag on the MG34 and the maximum 60 round mag on the SA87. If you wanted to put a bigger mag on the MG34, it's going to take even longer. I don't know about you guys, but if I had to reload the MG34 in the middle of a gunfight, I think I would be shit out of luck. I would have to be in cover way too long. It's going to allow the enemies to reposition into a better location, and I'm going to have no clue where they are when I re-peek where I'm hiding. Now, let's talk about the recoil. Now, this thing is definitely not a pre-patch Bruin. The SA87 does jump around noticeably, but it's not as much as the other LMGs. I think the only ones with less recoil are the Holger and the Bruin. Now, you're not going to be able to laser beam people at 200 meters like you were with the pre-patch Bruin, but you're going to be able to win gunfights effectively, and I think the Bruin just takes too long to kill for the amount of recoil Infinity Ward gave it. Now, don't get me wrong, this thing is still going to be outclassed by the Kilo. I think that thing is the best gun in the game right now, in trios and quads. In solos and duos, I think it's the FAL. But it is just a tier below at that A tier now that I've been using it. For all the reasons I just listed, and just the way I felt using it in game, I do think after the Bruin nerf, this is going to be the gun to use if you want to use an LMG. If we just look at the PKM, I think it's too bouncy for long-range gunfights. It's so hard to engage at anything more than 120 meters with the PKM. I always just felt like there was something off, and the Vlk was bouncing around way too much for those longer-range gunfights. Now we're going to take a look at the Bruin. It takes too long to kill. The recoil, they added recoil to everything, to the 60 round mag, to the normal gun, and it just bounces around way too much for the time to kill it has. If we're going to look at the Holger, it's just outclassed by every LMG in the game. The SA87, after about 70 meters, actually kills almost half a second faster, which in Warzone is huge. And the M91 is just outclassed in every single category. So that's my opinion on the SA87. Going into this, I didn't think it was actually going to be the best LMG, and one of my buddies was using it and telling me about it, and I just thought he was full of shit, to be honest. I picked it up off the ground. The blueprints they put in Warzone of the SA87, absolutely terrible, but trust me, if you set it up properly, it's going to be an absolute monster for you. My setup for this gun will be in the description below. This is my first kind of video like this. If you do like this kind of content, let me know. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. My link will also be in the description. As always, this has been your boy iWin60, signing off.